Yeah, hi everyone. I've got this 2011 Lexus that's I've had for 18 months now, and it's needed the 12-volt battery to be replaced. So I thought I'd just make a little clip on the procedure for doing it. It's fairly simple, but there's a couple of precautions you need to take care of during the process. So I'll just walk you through there. I've actually put the new battery already in place, but I'll just dummy up the removal so you can see the important steps of what needs to be done. The battery's located in the right hand rear quarter of the Lexus, and I've already, removed all the paneling, and there's the battery I've already taken out, but I'm going to simulate replacing that for you now. The 12-volt battery is the one that brings everything on live initially before the high voltage system kicks in. You can actually see the high voltage side of things is just here. That's the case where the high voltage battery lives. That's an area you really do not want to go into unless you are fully trained on what to do with that. There is lots of hazards in there. But as far as the 12-volt side of things goes, it's pretty straightforward, very similar to a normal vehicle, and similar in the way you disconnect the battery so you don't short anything out. So with any battery, the first terminal you disconnect will be the negative terminal. It's a bit hard to see there. That's the one going to the ground or the body of the vehicle, often identified by the fact that there's no covering on it to protect it at all, because if I short that terminal out to the body, it's the same polarity, there'll be no sparks. So if I take that off first, I've already loosened off the 10mm nut, so just wiggle it off gently, put it there. Now I don't want it flicking back on, so there's actually a little bit of loom here. I was able to just tuck it under while I was doing that job. That'll ensure I don't accidentally connect things electrically again. The positive terminal's got a cover on it. Same deal, loosen off with a 10mm spanner. You may have to ease this clamp with a screwdriver. Make sure that terminal there is disconnected first. Do that, and then it should be able to just gently, twist a bit, cover with my hand, walk up and be removed. That'll just sit there nicely. The other thing we need to take care of with this type of battery installation, being in the cabin area, it does have a vent, so we don't want any fumes getting into the passenger area. So we'll just remove that tube and make sure we put that on with the new battery. Once you're at that stage, it's pretty simple. We just loosen this bolt off, which I've prepared earlier, and you can just, this is the hold down J bolt, lift that up, and that bracket just unclips from a receiver in the wall there. I'll show that better when we put it back together. From that point there, it's simply a matter of lifting the battery out and putting it to one side. Alright, now I've put the new one in. You can see I've put a date on it so I remember for myself when that battery was replaced. I'll check the voltage on this battery. It's about 12.66, which is normal for a fully charged battery. The old battery I'm replacing which has let us down a couple of times, that's reading just under 12 volts, so it's hit and miss whether it brings the high voltage system online or not. Anyway, all that said, new battery's in, and now the installation is the reverse of what I showed you short time ago. So we get that, I'm going to have to try and do this one-handed while I'm holding the camera. J-bolt back in, make sure it's in the receiver. Let's see if we can get that. Oh, that just clips in under receiver in the wall there, and then the J-bolt can be put back in. It's a bit hard. I'll try and get some light on there for you. You can see the J-bolt's located in the floor. That tube's in my way. Let's put her on side. See the J-bolt there, and then tighten up the mounting nut for that. $10mm spanner is all you need for this job. Perhaps a little screwdriver to ease the clamp open when you're first disconnecting the battery terminals. Now, this needs to be secure, but we don't want to crush the battery either. They're a sealed unit, and we don't want to put too much strain on it. So don't go overboard on this. What I want to do is get to the point where we've stopped the movement of the battery. It's a little bit loose there, so I'll just give it a bit more. The better tool of choice for this is actually a deep reach socket, but being inherently lazy, that's a 5 to 10 second walk to my toolbox, and I've already got this in my hand. Alright, that's better. That's secure now, and it's not overly straining the battery case. Now, better put this one back on so it doesn't get forgotten. Alright. If that, you hear a bit of a click there, I actually had to clip it out of the old battery, that elbow. That ensures that it's going to stay on. Now we can reconnect the positive terminal, and with these tapered terminals, just make sure your clamps opened up and push it down with your hands till it's sitting in the right position. And whatever you do, never ever hammer battery terminals on. Loosen the clamps off. If you hammer the battery terminals on, you will break the seal around the post and you'll forever have a leaking battery. Common mistake people do with batteries, and the battery manufacturers will not warrant that repair if you try and claim that under warranty. Alright, it's once again nice and tight but not overly strained, and then just double checking everything's in, because the last connection we're going to make is going to put the system back live. At the moment I don't have a light on here in the boot, but let's just this back in. Alright, with negative cables I tend to just touch them lightly in case there's anything wrong and there's any big arcs or sparks happen, and then just gently push it down onto the tapered post and just snip that up again. And so I'm hitting the body of the car as I do this up. It doesn't matter because this is the negative post and it's now earthed to the car body. There should be no sparks through my spanner. Don't like welding my spanners together. Not saying it hasn't happened in the past. Alright, that's installed. You can see now the interior lights on. So I've got power back and the car should be electrically connected and ready to go. It's just a matter of now replacing the interior parts and then make sure it all works. If you're really fussy like I am, I'd power the car up and I would do a battery voltage check with the vehicle in its ready position, which will ensure that the battery is getting charged. I did that before I decided this battery needed to be replaced anyway. I can show you another video on that if people are interested in how to do that. Alright, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the how to install a battery in a 2011 CT200 Lexus.